I've never seen a worship team led by His Excellency, the President. It shouldn't happen that you see. So thank you. Thank you, Guild President and your team, the leadership at Kampala campus. Thank you for warmly welcoming us. I've not been here in a while, so I've really been missing you. Can you feel my heart? My heart is beating because I've been missing Kampala campus. And the last time I was here, there was a lot of mud and hurt. But now, I think I agree that this is the coolest campus period. Coolest city campus. We thank God for the progress we have achieved here at this new facility. I bring you greetings from Chapwe, where our village campus is, in Mukono. For us, we take long to come to the city, so even crossing the road can be a problem for us. Traffic lights confuse us. So when we come here, we relearn how to live in the city. And this is amazing transformation. I've also seen a new construction beginning up there, and someone has mentioned to me that there's a new shopping mall coming up. So we're going to be a city campus next to an amazing shopping mall. Because our church theme and our ECU theme this year is from Romans 12, verse 1 to 2. And I'll read it. Romans 12 from verse 1 to 2. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Verse 2. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewal or the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is. It's good, pleasing, and perfect will. This is a theme that guides us as Church of Uganda and also as UCU. And we're talking about two key words here. The first is transformation. And the second one is renewal. What is transformation? You may have a legal definition. You've just given us a legal term. What was it again? Reciprocity. You lawyers complicate things. Transformation can be defined in many ways, but I'd like to say it is a marked change in form, nature, or appearance. A marked change. And the change can be manifested in appearance, in form, or in the nature of something. One of the things I like to do is to appear smartly, especially when I'm coming to Kampala campus. And I'm glad that the Guild President is a very smart gentleman. We do that to model the right way to dress. And when you look around, our students are very smart. That's already a mark of physical transformation of your persons. You show an appearance that is different from what young people may want to look like. Because many young people try to look like the world looks like, the way the world dresses, the way the world speaks. And it is always good to be authentic. I lived in the United States for 5 years when I was doing my doctorate. But I always told myself, I'm going to speak English like an African. I'm not going to hold my tongue and say, God, and brag, no. Because we had a friend who went to the US for 2 years to do a master's degree. And the guy came back and the tongue was rolling, and for 2 years, he was there for 2 years. And then after 6 months, he forgot the accent. And he started saying, you know now this thing is a kind of thing. So I said, but why were you torturing your tongue and your lips, trying to speak like some other people? So authenticity is very important. Let's be authentic in Christ. And so Paul was urging the church in the Roman Empire at that time, or in Rome, to embrace transformation through Christ, through the gospel. A marked change in form, nature, and appearance. So when you're transformed through the gospel, everybody will be able to see it through your appearance. Everybody will be able to see it through your nature, the way you do things, the way you conduct yourself, the way you relate with other people. And God Himself will transform your character so that you become, or you aspire to be, Christ-like. So transformation really is about total change. You may have an old building or an old house, and you decide to renovate it, and it becomes totally flipped, inside out. And I think we can agree that Kampala campus is undergoing transformation. Do you agree? Absolutely. Because when you drive through that gate and you behold what is happening here, you see physical transformation of the space. And transformation is good. But transformation can also be in one's conduct. In one's conduct. And Paul himself, the Apostle Paul himself, underwent transformation when he received the gospel. Because we know the things he was doing were contrary to God's will. In fact, he was persecuting the church. But when he was transformed through the gospel, he became a new creation. The things he loved, the things he used to do, including torturing people who were leaders, he changed his mind, his mindset changed, and he became a totally new creation. Have you allowed the gospel of Christ to transform you? As the city campus, the guild president was telling us, I was presenting us, did you say State House? Man, not many of us have stepped there. But he was talking about UCU presenting a different image, even out there in the world. Have we allowed Christ to transform us, even in our appearance, in our character, and our nature? That was one of the first challenges the Apostle Paul was throwing to the church in Rome. The second term we are looking at is renewal. And he talks about in verse 2. Was it verse 2?
Yes.
What did it say in verse 2? Does anyone remember? Do not do what? Conform to the pattern of the world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. I don't know what the other versions say, but I don't know. I wondered when I read this why it was talking about the mind, the renewing of the mind. But even for those of you who are scientists, you know that the brain is really the headquarters of all the actions in our bodies, because it controls all our organs, more or less, all our feelings, all our actions, and so on. There's a way they are linked to the brain, to the mind. So renewal is a state of being transformed, revived, and reoriented. So when you're renewed, you're kind of reset to a better state of being. So a renewed state, we would say, therefore, is that which is better than what it was. A better state of being, a better state of existence. Have you heard of the East African revival of 1936, Reverend? They're about 36. It was a movement that championed renewal in the church of Christ. And the renewal was total because it went beyond traditional beliefs, traditional conduct, customs, and value systems, and set in motion a new way of looking at the world, a new way of doing things. So, for example, people received the gospel through the East African revival the first to embrace education. And many of their children are now leaders in government and other sectors of the economy because they embraced education first. They sent the girls to school, growing up as 15 children or staff, because you don't have all that you need. And so my first pair of shoes was bought me by my sister when I was going to Old Kampala Secondary School. My first pair of canvas shoes, senior one. Kale, for you grew up even rejecting shoes. Daddy, I don't want these shoes. They're ugly, I want new ones. Maybe my first pair was senior one. Down. And at one point the canvas shoes got torn, so I had a friend of mine from Teso, Portuguese, I don't know how it is these days. So at some point we had to buy Lugavire shoes. Do you know Lugavire? Lugavire shoes in secondary school is quite something to deal with. I was here at Old Campus Secondary School. And with my friend who had our Lugavire shoes, because the campus had got torn. So the girls would stop us on our campus, and they would say, girls used to say, some of them got pregnant and dropped out, others, I don't know what happened. Renewal of the mind. When you renew your mind, then you don't set yourself to unnecessary roadblocks because you believe in the God who makes things possible. But the other enemy of transformation and renewal is complacency to change. And I'm talking about positive change. Not every change is good, but positive change. Being open to saying not to complacency, because complacency can be an enemy of change. So for me, as I have told you, I believe that there's nothing that God cannot do through me if I avail myself. If I allow Him to transform my mind, renew me, so that I can do His will. And so our vision this year as UCO is embracing transformation and renewal And my prayer that this transformation and renewal will be personal. That today you will tell God, please transform me. Please renew my mind. That I may see possibilities where there are impossibilities. That I may see opportunities where others see challenges. That I may see open doors where others see closed doors. That I may see opportunity even in a desert where there is no water. For me, I can believe that an oasis can break through the desert. Because our God is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all we can imagine. But he also says, through the what? Through the what? That works in us. Through the power that works in us. If we don't allow God's power to work through you, through a transformed you, through a renewed you, you'll not be able to go very far. You'll miss opportunities where God says, no, no, no. So I'd like to close there and say, if you're there, you've been struggling with things in your life, maybe somebody rejected you last week, you wanted to take that girl out for Easter, and she said no, and you said now the world has come to an end. Maybe you're seeing the same, in our family we are poor. I don't even think I'll finish this degree. For us, in our clan, we never get married. For us, in our family, we never get good jobs. For us, in our village, we have this curse on us. Today is your day to break through and to embrace the transforming power of the gospel of Christ. So let me invite the Reverend to come and bless those who would like to come and share, to recommit their lives to Christ, so that he can walk with you and work miracles through you. Walk with you and work miracles through you, so that you can become the agent of the change we need in this country, when God gives you the ability to do that. May the Lord bless you.